Three simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Auburn's offense will get the ball first. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all three facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond.
He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The RPO, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
Back to throw, it's Tuggle. Gets it out fast. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The RPO fired complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got the first down, looking for more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveball.
There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there. And they shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Tuggle. That's it, fine. Got his man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Right on the money. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fang and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Gives it on the option. Crosses the 30. He's got away. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass for a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Rushes on him. Got it behind the line. It's high. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice. Just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33. Offense set up in pretty good field position. Give to the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It's caught. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Reads it, fires complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough space. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown Tide.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the ground. He's got it again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Devin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Tuggle. Sets up the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll try to get the first through the air. On target over the middle. Turning it on. He's at the 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you built some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. You got to build on this momentum in the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Suggs. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the handoff. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it. And got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on third down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Sends it back in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and in. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Tuggle. Caught behind the line. It's high. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. A nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Gonna run it. It's Conrad. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Oh, he's got a chance. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy if he wants to drop back.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They go to the wide receiver screen. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. New set of downs after the completion. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the back. This time he's got it. Touchdown, Bama! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that moment.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out. You're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll try the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's Tuggle. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the 3rd quarter. The defense just forced a 3 and out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Going right to work up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. He'll keep it himself. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. If you have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
So here comes the Auburn offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's high. Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on third and goal. Back to throw, it's Tuggle. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on fourth and goal. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Gets open down the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. He'll do it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. So you have to be able to run.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking downfield, it's Tuggle. Using the quick game. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's high. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level.